and takes the first point of this match. And of course, for Jishan Liang, he's a big home run hitter. We saw that earlier today. 1-1.
And great service there. Very heavy spin.
Another one. That was a let serve, fortunately for Jishan Liang. And I think that there may have been a warning coming off of the umpire there with respect to the serve. And now Chu takes a 3-1 lead. Very nice serve that time by Jishan Liang. Put you on the defensive. Oh, beautiful. Down the backhand side on Liang and got by him. Now 4-2, Chu leading. Great rally.
What an outstanding rally.
And Dong Chu stood right in on that and had some excellent shots and wins the point.
Yeah, very explosive short strokes. Jishan was doing a fantastic job to counter from so far back from the table. But of course, we know his forehand does have an incredible amount of power.
Now it's 7-2. I don't think the score is correct on the board. Now they'll get it right.
Looks like they lost the ball inside the barriers there. So 7-2 so far. Chiu Dang. And it looks like the umpire will give a service warning to Jishan Liang.
So both players have received the service warning, and now Chu leading 8-2. Oh, nice backhand drive that time by Jishan Liang, 8-3. Another one. Beautiful.
Great timing too, right off the bounce.
Caught the edge of the table, and Chu did not even have a chance to respond. 8-4.
And another big backhand. Feel that it's an area that Liang has kind of improved on this year. Always been well known as a strong forehand player, but just during this tournament even, I've seen him play some fairly impressive backhands.
Down by 2 with Chu serving. Tried to pull that backhand back towards his left and just got too much on it and went wide to the left side. Tough serve to handle. Lots of spin coming off that serve.
Yeah, it's a strength of Penhold players to get a little bit more wrist acceleration in the serve. So
nice backhand flip that time.
Speaking of wrist acceleration.
Yeah. Still 3 game points here for Dong Chu. Oh, there's the big home run. And he hit it. Jishan Liang now draws within 2 at 10-8. Serve does shift across to the Penhold player, Dong Chiu. And he wins it.
Sweeps. Great third ball attack to finish.
Dong Chiu takes the first game 11-8 over Yang Jishan.
So 2 players will go back to their respective corners to talk with their coaches here, with Dong Chiu playing for ASV Grün-Wettersbach, who of course plays in the German Bundesliga. They defeated Post-SV Mühlhausen in the first ever Bundesliga match played here on American soil. That was on Friday afternoon, and jumped their record in the Bundesliga to 2-5 after, well, excuse me, they're now
3-5.
They're 3-5 after 8 weeks played, and Mühlhausen dropped to 5-3. As it was explained to us, it's an 18-week season that goes all the way into April before they have the playoffs.
So, Dong Chiu here, looking to capitalize on his first game win.
And it's 1-1. Now, Jishan Liang takes a 2-1 lead.
And another big forehand.
He just winds up and rips it. It's all or nothing there for Liang. Oh, nice backhand that time by Chiu. Draws to within 1 here in game 2. He leads 1-0, 3-2, the score favoring Jishan Liang. And now we're tied at 3.
Plays fast into the backhand. It's a good tactic for Dong Chiu.
We talked about the importance of service and return, and boy, we're seeing it in this match.
Yeah, it's very interesting also because a lot of the time people will talk about how left-handers have a service advantage, and I also find that panholders have advantage with their serve. If you look at some of the better servers in the world, there are a few panholders in there as well. The likes of Marlin.
Good short return that time by Chiu. Trouble for Jishan Liang to handle, and now finds himself down by 2.
And a huge counter loop out wide to the forehand. Sending a message to Jishan Liang.
I can do that too.
That's right.
Now Liang just dumps one in the net and finds himself down by 4 here in an important game 2.
Really, really great to see a competitor like Jishan Liang as part of this Euler team. He's really a player who, despite having been in America so long, and you know, a lot of players come across from China, and you know, some of them turn to education, and I know he is studying at Texas Wesleyan. He's actually the national college champion from this season earlier in April. Really, really driven and with a passion for the sport and continuing to compete, and he plays so many events and so many tournaments, and he's always out on the road doing his best to win. So I think it's a really deserved for him to be here in this final. And it's always great to see him competing in all these different events.
And Dong Chiu takes game 2 as well in a relatively dominant fashion. 11-4 on that one, and
the second game in this
now
match, 11-4.
has Jishan Liang a bit on the ropes, down 2-0, and the team Grün-Wettersbach, which has had tremendous success since coming over to America, seems to have the momentum shifting strongly in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough match for Jishan Liang. He spends, I mean, okay, he's from the Beijing province. He's got a lot of foundation from China, which makes him a very strong technical player. But of course, there's a different level of competition for players who have grown up and been developed in Europe, where they're playing these really high-intensity league matches all the time, and that does give Deng Chu a bit of an advantage. And of course, he's playing a little bit more internationally as well. So these high-pressure environments, and you know, he'll be used to playing players of this caliber and even higher. So there are plenty of challenges facing Jishan Liang, but he's stepped up before, and we'll see what he can do here in this third game.
Jishan unable to handle that serve. So yeah, service is so critical to Deng Chu. And Jishan Liang returns the favor there.
And another great backhand. Straight off the bounce. Wow.
Speed serve and a great backhand.
Yeah, both of these players so far this match have just produced some really, really high caliber shots. Playing the backhand so fast, straight off the bounce, both of them.
That's long, so Jishan Liang now up 5-4 here in game 3, trails 2-0. And there's the big power forehand by Jishan. And it had backed down Deng Chu, and he had difficulty returning that. Almost impossible. Missed shot that time by Deng. It looked like he was in a good position to drive that forehand into a wide open court and just missed it.
Oh, didn't even really get halfway up the net there. There's a lot of backspin on that serve. And it's Jishan Liang taking a 3-point lead here. Looking to make his mark on this match.
Now stretched to 4.
Good choice of serve there. Looked very much like he was ready for the follow-up too.
You know, it's almost like the two coaches knew what this third match was going to be. It was going to be serve and receive, and they're both marking their cards accordingly. Oh, nice return that time by Jishan Liang. Now has game point, quadruple game point. He gives one away. Leads 10-7. Down 2-0, trying to stay alive here in the third match of the finals of the Yola North American teams table tennis championships. And now Deng Chu has drawn within 2. We don't want to get too cute. And the serve swishes over here to Deng Chu as well. And he makes the most of the first one. And Jorg Roskopf is going to call the timeout here, realizing that this is a pivotal moment of this match.
Potentially some imminent danger.
Yes. That serve that Dong Xu has used effectively really the entire match. It's kind of a mid-toss, I'd call it, and he throws it almost behind his body, and his paddle, you can see, is almost flat, and he'll just spin the paddle just as the ball is arriving to the paddle. You can just see it coming off the face of that paddle, that thing is spinning. The rotation is just super heavy by the time it hits down to the table.
Yeah, and we have seen Jishan Liang make a number of service errors. I think the heavy backspin serve has been very effective for Chiu throughout this match. So it'll be interesting to see whether he plays that again now.
He does. But a good response that time by Jishan Liang. He was able to handle it, wins that game
Jishan
3.
takes the third game.
And now
11-9.
trails just by 1 at 2-1 here in this third match. And of course, we're looking at least one more match here in the finals, which we'll get an opportunity one more time to see Masataka Morizono, and this time taking on Sharath Kamal, which will be an interesting. You talk about the size differential of the players. Kamal is a very big man, and we've noted on a number of occasions that Masataka Morizono is not the biggest player out there, but extremely athletic and very quick on the court.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a very interesting style matchup too. And speaking of interesting style matchups, a penholder and a left-hander on center court.
Lots of serve and receive.
And there's that heavy backspin serve. Looks very deceiving. The ball kind of floats a little bit, so it looks like it might be a little bit less spin, but
High toss at time by Jishan Liang. Difficult to handle for Chiu.
and great follow-up. Seems that winning that one game has given Jishan Liang a crucial burst of confidence.
When he opens up for that forehand, boy, he puts every ounce of energy that he has into it. And it's almost like if you're playing against him, that much body movement is almost like it captures your eye before it's hard to focus on the ball. And it's long, and now Jishan Liang up 4-2 here in game 4. Trailing by a game, 2-1 favoring Dong Xu.
And another point falls. Be interesting to see whether the Gunvetersbach coach uses a timeout or perhaps holds on to it. And great early timing there from Dong Xu. It's a real weapon for him if he can take away the time that it takes Liang to wind up.
He's doing a good job of keeping him on the backhand as well, not allowing him to open up on a high ball to his forehand side, because that is not good if you're playing Jishan Liang.
Yeah, I can attest to that.
Firsthand.
Yeah, I've played him a couple of times. It's very scary looking forehand when you're standing down the end of the table.
Now we're tied at 6. So Dong Chiu has done a good job of restabilizing in this 4th game. And he's got what he wants, the serve. And he's been most effective.
And a great job there by Dong Chiu. Just eases his way into the rally. Doesn't rush things. Takes 3 or 4 balls. But then finishes off in style.
Oh, Jishan trailing by 2. Big win, a big point there. Brings himself back to 7-8 with the serve here in game 4, trying to tie things up.
Oh, a good tactic. Just misses the side there. And goes for another big forehand.
And faces triple match point to Dong Chiu. Holds on for one of them. And he gets the serve here. The left-hander, Jishan Liang. Effective serve there. Now it switches back, however, to Dong Chiu, who's been great on the serve, leading by a point. Well, actually, the serve stays with Jishan.
And what a way to finish.
And Dong Chiu ends up winning.